Hello and welcome. In this video we're looking at the new Premier League player. Now they've added all the other, lots of other leagues first, and today, as you see, that's the Serie A one from the end of last week. As you can see, today is the Premier League player. They've picked Javier Manquillo, the right back for Newcastle, which is good in the way that they haven't pick somebody who's had lots of special cards before, like a Wan-Bissaka or Gomez or Trent or something like that. So they've gone with somebody who doesn't normally feature that highly in the special card selection criteria kind of thing. So they picked somebody like Manquillo. And they've given him a whole load of acceleration, a whole load of crossing, a whole lot of defensive stats. Basically jacked him up to an 86 rated card. No traits on him, but fortunately he's a right back, so you don't need to worry too much about the skill moves, too much about the weak foot. Medium work rate is fine for 5'10", and frankly he's a pretty good card, up there with some of the better choices for right back Premier League cards should you be playing a Premier League team, or in fact a Spanish League team, because being Spanish, he'll link to them quite well as well. You've got the Reece James and the Trent Alexander-Arnold cards as well to consider for that. But yeah, as you can see, decent card. And there are 5 different criteria that you have to complete to earn the card. And we've been given 61 days to complete it. So that will be to the end of next season, I think. Yeah, to the end of season 3, I'd imagine. But anyway, the first one gives a 75 plus rare rated player, and you have to win 6 matches by 2 goals using only Premier League players in your starting 11. So they've done by 2 goals to get rid of the people who previously the person who concedes first just forfeits the game, because you just get the win quicker and you don't have to go through the whole process of playing the full 90 minutes. Majority of players did do that, and fair play to them, it did work well. Everybody did it, and it just means the cards came quicker than they would normally do otherwise. But now we've got by 2 goals, so the same process will apply but for 2. So you have to win 6 games by 2 goals with 11 Premier League players in your starting 11. Obviously off the bench you can have other ones, but this is just focusing on the starting 11 criteria there. Golden Boot and Distribution King are the same as what we've had before. Score 30 goals using Premier League players, assist 20 goals using Premier League players. All in Manager and Masterpiece as always, and you get two rare gold players packs for that. So there we go, that is in for there. We've got Through Road, assist using a through ball using Premier League players in 5 separate matches. So there's no win criteria there either, and there is no win criteria on the last one either. Score with a volley using Premier League players in 8 separate matches. So you'll come across other players who are in the game who have won the games they need to win with the brace for it section, and now they're just trying to score with a through ball, trying to score with a volley. They'll probably let you win overall, but they just want to get the criteria that's required. This one also gives a 2 rare gold players pack, as it should do, because you have to score volleys in 8 separate matches, for goodness sake. So, the team that I've chosen so far to do it, you need to meet the requirements on the right hand side. The overall team rating of 77 maximum. No players over 88 or 89 are allowed. Maximum 1 lone player, and no silver rated players. So what I've done to start with is you pack your bench full of 75 rated players to have the minimum there, and then I picked a selection of players based on who I think are overpowered for their face card rating. So I put my first selections were Gomez, Fred, Amapu, and Alonso Maximan, and then I kind of just built around that. I had to buy Minamino on the right wing, and I had to buy Justin James, the Leicester left back, but other than that, all were fortunately in my squad. So yeah, I've gone with the Wolves keeper Jose Sarr. He's got a low kicking stats, and the rest are quite high for his rating. So 83 reflexes for a 79 keeper is decent. Gomez was going to be the first centre half I was going to pick quite easily. He's fast, and that basically you need that to deal with the fast strikers you're going to come up against in this format. I've gone with Davinson Sanchez as well because not only does he have a bit of pace, but at 79 he's rated quite low for the ability that he has. Then Mwepo in midfield is a card that I've underused really, but he's quite decent, and for 90 stamina as well, it's a fairly useful card. And then Fred is next to him. He's not as good as his card last year, but he's still pretty useful. The stamina at 93 does help. So Maximan, tricky, 5 stars, lots of pace, all good. And then up front I've got Daka with the pace and Watkins, who I found to be useful so far as well. So I've gone with that team. So that's the squad I'll use to start with. May vary it up, may change it around as we go through the requirements. Maybe look into the volley stats of some players or something like that. But sure, this should be fine, really. Just working through the requirements and see how we go. Yeah, it should all register fine as normal, but as we've had with previous milestone players and league players, some of the requirements have failed to register for people. So shout if that happens to you, and we'll see if it's affecting other people as well. Other than that, I will end the video there and crack on with some games. Okay, thanks for watching. Cheers for that. There'll be a new video tomorrow. Bye-bye.